In the fall of 2012, Hurricane Sandy formed, ravaged the Caribbean, and powered through the mid-Atlantic, bringing high wind, coastal flooding, and even snow at higher elevations. Sandy continued north, merged with another storm caused by the polar jet stream, then pounded ashore on October 29th near Atlantic City as a rare superstorm. The storm combined with a full moon and high tide to amplify record-breaking storm surge and drove seawater into lower Manhattan. Roads, tunnels, and subway lines flooded. Power went out, and residents were left trapped and in the dark. Along the Jersey Shore, trees toppled onto power lines. Fast-moving water flooded streets, and crashing waves destroyed homes that had survived foul weather for decades. The storm shredded iconic landmarks, like the Seaside Heights Boardwalk, leaving shell-shocked residents and a debris-lined beach behind. With more than $68 billion in damages and 286 lives lost in 7 countries, Sandy had left her mark.
Look at this.
They had to break it up to get it out of the street. All of these houses on this street are gone but 2.
In Union Beach, New Jersey, the Sochacki family was unaware that their home would be no match for the powerful storm because the 1940s bungalow had survived nor'easters for nearly 75 years. But as Sandy approached, they started to realize that this one would be different.
I wanted to prepare because the warnings were stronger than any other storm we'd had. This one seemed a lot different, and I just wanted to get some things over next door to my mom's house where it would be safe.
Between the two families, there are 11 animals. Leaving them behind to evacuate would probably not be something that could be easily dealt with. Around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, with the wind picking up and my concern about the wind against the structure itself, I suggested that it maybe be best that we move the animals and ourselves next door to my mother-in-law's reinforced concrete house.
7 years before, Seth and Karen helped her mom build a new home next door to their bungalow. They built it with concrete because concrete is energy efficient and low maintenance.
It was simple to erect. You stack these blocks up like Legos. You put in reinforcing bars as you stack them, and then once the wall height is reached, you have your wall shape. You pour concrete in, it sets up, and you're finished with an insulated, strong concrete wall.
The concrete home that he built for his mother-in-law was a 3-story home built to current coastal construction standards. By building with insulating concrete forms, he was getting high R value from the insulation that's in the wall assembly. What he was getting in addition to that was the high wind resistance that comes with reinforced concrete. It's really the strongest material you can use for residential construction.
Seth and Karen knew her mother's new home would save money on energy and maintenance, but they never imagined it would mean the difference between life and death by saving them from the storm. Over the course of the evening, the Sochackis watched from the concrete home as their beloved bungalow next door was torn off its foundation by the violent waves.
The waves were getting taller as it was getting near to high tide. The wind was starting to rip pieces of siding off our house.
I looked out the window and saw the cars were gone, and then within a half hour I looked out another window on the other side and realized our house was gone, and that all the houses around us were gone.
Once the storm passed, the Sochackis emerged from their refuge next door to see what was left of their bungalow, and the only thing remaining was the foundation. Everything else around them was destroyed, except for the concrete home.
This town is destroyed. You knew it just by looking at this one street, and just glancing inward up one block, you could see the devastation was everywhere.
It was as if the world had suddenly decided to pick everything up and just put it somewhere else.
Concrete house was fine. The concrete house was standing. It didn't suffer any damage that I could see other than cosmetic to the exterior and the garage doors, which were open.
A storm like this that we never thought could happen can indeed happen. Being in this house was the greatest thing that we could have done, and I'm glad that we had this house to come to next door because I felt utterly secure inside this home. Never take things like this lightly. Always be prepared for the worst.
For 15 years, we've been sharing the tale of two homes that unfolds in every disaster. One home survives and one does not. Seth and Karen's powerful story of resilience tells the tale and its life-saving lesson yet again. We have choices when building and choosing our homes, and we can have it all. Savings, strength, but most importantly, safety and survival.